Hello, welcome back to Kantan Food by Satoshi. Today, I'm gonna be cooking perfect Japanese rice without using rice cooker. Regularly, I use rice cooker for cooking rice. Recent Japanese rice cookers have so many functions, so it is not difficult to make perfect rice. But to make perfect rice, a rice cooker is not always necessary. You can make with a pot. Today, I'm gonna show it using a pot. To cook rice, there are some steps. First step is measuring rice. In Japan, we use this tool to measure rice. This is called masu. The capacity is 180 milliliter. This is made with wood, but recent one is made with plastic like this. This 180 milliliter is called go in Japanese. This is the unit to measure rice. 1 go equal 180 milliliter equal 150 grams uncooked rice. And 1 go uncooked rice become approximately 2 Japanese rice bowls or steamed rice. This measuring is very important, especially when we use rice cooker, because we have to set water amount using this measuring system. Inside of rice cooker, there are lines that indicate water amount we need. But I know if you don't have rice cooker at home, you don't have this measuring cup. Don't worry, when you cook rice with a pot, you don't need this measuring cup. Just use a regular glass like this. I will show you later why you don't have to use a measuring cup. But one important thing. Remember which glass you use for measuring. So, fill your glass with uncooked rice just until level. Next step, washing rice. On the surface of rice kernels, there is some bran as well as impurities, so we wash it before cooking. Recently, we have musenmai rice, which we don't have to wash. If you are using that, you can skip to the next step. Typically, we use tap water to wash our rice. However, for the best tasting rice, I recommend using good water, because the rice will absorb the water from the first washing. And I recommend you to use soft water to cook rice if you can get it. Soft water contains lower minerals such as calcium and magnesium. Soft water makes rice more fluffy. Okay, then pour water and mix 2 or 3 times like this. Water becomes white. This white stuff is impurities such as rice bran. Throw away this water immediately so it doesn't absorb them. Then pour a small amount of water and wash like this using your fingers. Mix with hands 20 to 30 times. Maybe you are taught to do like this, but recent polishing rice technology is better than it used to be. You don't have to use strong power to wash. This will sometimes destroy the rice kernels. Then rinse the rice once with clean water. Then repeat this process 3 or 4 times. Wash, rinse, wash, rinse, wash, rinse. Maybe you are taught that you should wash until the water becomes totally clear. As I mentioned before, you don't have to do that. After washing a few more times, the water will still be a little cloudy, but it is already okay. Then take these rice kernels into a strainer and set on a bowl like this. Next important step is soaking the rice kernels in the water. When you cook with a pot, this process is very important. If you don't do this, the rice will be harder in texture. When you cook with a rice cooker, this is also important. So read the instructions of your rice cookers carefully. Sometimes this process is included in the cooking time. Pour water until all the rice kernels are totally covered. Then set aside for 30 to 60 minutes. During winter time or when using very cold water, set aside 60 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes has passed. Then drain excess water well. This affects the water amount I will use later, so drain very well. Then dump into your cooking pot. Today I am using a cast iron pot. This pot will keep the rice warm after I cook. So if you have such a pot like cast iron pot or clay pot, please use them. If you don't, please use a regular pot. but make sure to use a lid without any holes. Next, pour water, so this water amount is very important. When you use rice cooker, there are water indication lines, but in the pot there are no lines. So, how shall we do it? I said, remember which glass you used for measuring. Yes, this is the glass. Just pour the same amount of water as rice. So this is a way, like I said, you don't have to use a measuring cup. But measuring cup is still useful to know how much servings you cook. Once again, 1 go, 1 Japanese rice cup is for 2 servings of a typical Japanese rice bowl. Okay, let's put in the water. You can also use leftover soaking water. Then turn on the heat set to medium-high and cook for 5 minutes. What does this 5 minutes mean? In this case, it takes about 3 minutes until it is come to a boil. After it reaches boiling point, leave as it is for about 2 minutes. The total time is 5 minutes. Can you hear the sound of the boiling? Leave it as it for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes has passed. Turn to low heat and cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. On my stove and this rice amount, 12 minutes is just right. The time depends on the heat and the quantity of rice. Please try 2 or 3 times and play around with it to see what the perfect time is. Another key point is to cook until all the water is gone. If you have a transparent lid, it is easy to check. If you don't, listen to the sound of bubbling carefully. If you like okoge or slightly burnt rice, cook a little bit longer. Okay, 12 minutes has passed. Wanna check inside? You can open and check. If all of the water has evaporated, it is done. I had just opened the lid once, so the inside temperature is now lower. To bring it back to the same temperature, turn on the heat to medium and cook for 15 seconds. Then immediately turn it off. Okay, it is done. Now let it sit for about 5 minutes to allow the rice to fully develop. Open. Yes, it is perfectly done. The last important point is to fluff up the rice like this, so the rice on the bottom is now on the top. This helps to even out moisture of rice. Now serve rice in your favorite rice bowl and bon appetit! そう、いただきます。Just right texture and so much umami and sweetness of this rice. I cooked just right. Perfect rice. Today, I used mineral water or store-bought water, but it costs a little bit, so you don't have to use it if your tap water is tasty. And if your tap water is not tasty, please boil once and reduce the heat to room temperature. One more important thing to eat delicious rice is choose good rice. But I don't know what rice you can get at your place, so please ask somebody which one is a good rice. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let us know what you thought in the comment below. And I am glad this video helps a little bit. Thank you so much. See you next video. Bye bye.